hard not knowing if your dad's okay.
I miss not being able to talk to her.
I'm proud of him because he stands up for what he believes.
Operation Purple is a camp that is for military youth. Any active military family can register their children. We partner with the National Military Family Association, so Camp Fire, we staff it and really take on all the curriculum, and we jointly fund that as well, so there's a shared funding responsibility there between the National Military Family Association and Camp Fire, scholarshiping additional youth to come into that program. Anchorage, as a community needs a camp like Operation Purple because the huge military population, especially in the Eagle River and East Anchorage area, we have, even in our school age program, we do serve a large number of military families. It's a big presence and really forms our community here. Last year, in the fall, the 425 was deployed, and I think they had over 3,000 servicemen and women deployed. So we knew we were seeing high numbers of deployment in our state and locally in the Anchorage region. You're bringing together a bunch of kids who, they're on their summer break and they want to have fun, and they're going down there to meet new friends, to try new things out. They're canoeing, they're doing archery, they're going rafting, as I said, doing songs and all of that. But Operation Purple's different in that it's only for military youth. That space allows them to be there just with individuals who are going through those same things, at home, or the emotion of a parent being deployed, or the anticipation of their return, and all the unknowns in between.
We tried to emulate, some parts of their parents' day. Squadron formation was the first. It was when we lined up in the morning. They'd wake up, they'd go to squadron formation, then they'd say the Pledge of Allegiance. The kids put on their own entertainment like the USO would. They got to show off their skills a little bit, and they got to watch the counselors show off a little bit. And it was a fun night for everybody. We do a lot of team building activities. This activity called the Spider Web, you had to be able to trust the person to give you proper directions and trust that the individual going through the web was going to follow your directions correctly. And you had to trust each other in the group, because as a group you're giving directions, and it might not be your plan to have it go that way, but you have to trust that the other person in the group, when they give directions, it's going to turn out okay, and then you can still continue with your part as well. We do the Wall of Honor, and the Wall of Honor gets them talking about their relationship with their parent or parents that are currently serving or that have served. And they spend a lot of time doing that because it's like really important to them that it looks good, and they're honoring their parent and they recognize that, so they want it to look just right. But the point is, they're talking about their parent, what they like to do with them, making those connections with other kids. One camper, she colored a picture of her dad and put it up put it up next to the picture that she brought in, and she was telling us about how her dad was deployed and he was supposed to come home 6 months ago, but he was injured, and she was crying because she didn't know when he was coming home. She didn't know how he was doing, and it was very emotional and very stressful for her. And all the other kids are like, it'll be okay, it'll be okay, your dad will come home and he'll be all right, he'll be safe. And these kids just like scooped her up and took her up to the wall. They put her pictures up on the wall of honor, and she's in tears and I'm in tears and half the group's in tears, and it was a really memorable moment.
They're like any other kid on the surface, but really some of those conversations that were happening at night or in some of those more in-depth activities were really allowing them the opportunity to talk about some of their fears. I can't imagine being a kid and not knowing if your parent's going to come home or not. I think that's something that I always get choked up about when I think about Operation Purple Camp, because it's a fear that most of us don't ever experience as a child. You always think about servicemen and servicewomen serving our country, but you don't think about the service that the family and those kids and the spouses are actually giving to the country as well. The kids who attend Operation Purple, I really hope that they walk away with a new sense of self and a new sense of the supports that are around them in their own community, and that they're not alone, and that they can be kids and that's okay.